I decided to do a little extension for the last granny square pattern I taped. It was called the Blooming Square. It ended with the 3 rounds, but yet it's short from doing it if you wanted to add it to one of your other ones, like your classic granny square. So I'm going to show how to add that last round, which is same as this round, but a lot of times it's easier to see it when you're not sure. Okay, so let me grab, I'll use this one. It's a different color. It's kind of pretty. I was going to use gold, but gold's too close. So like with the other ones, I don't like to start in the corners. For some reason, I just don't care for that. That's just personal preference. I like to start in one of the open spots. So I'll start in the middle one. You can start in any one. You hook your yarn on just like we always do. Drop your tail. If I can get the tail to drop. There it goes. And chain 2. I like to pull that tight just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Let me enlarge this a bit. Okay, so then you do 2 double crochets because your chain 3 represents 1 double crochet. So we do 2 doubles. There's 1, 2, chain 1, do 3 doubles in the next space, as they call it, next chain 1 space. So we do 3 doubles. There's 2, 3, chain 1. Now we're going to do the corner where we do 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, because that's what the original pattern called for. So we'll do 3 doubles. There's 2 of them. 3, chain 1, 3 more doubles in the same space. So this makes our corner. Well, I got some extra tails sitting here. Let me move those off to the side. Chain 1, 3 doubles in the next chain 1 space. There's 3. And then 1 chain, 3 doubles in the next chain 1 space. It's very repetitious. It's similar. It's actually the same as the previous row. The only difference is the previous row only has 2 sets of 3 double crochets. This row will have 3 sets of double crochets before the corner. And each time you expand and do another round, you'll add 1 more set of double crochets. So if you added a 5th round, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, or in this one you have 1, 2, 3, and the one before was 1, 2. So let me go ahead and get this done. There's 2, 3, chain 1. Now we do another corner. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, do 3 more. And now we'll go down the other side. This side is done the same as this side. So what I'll do is I'll pause the recording until I get around to the other side. There's no need for you to see me do the same thing over and over and over again. I don't like to put that humdrum watching on anybody. So I'll pause it at this point and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm on my last corner. I've done my chain 1. So now I do 3 more double crochets. Also, by starting and stopping in the middle, I can do that nice finish that gives your edge continuity, and you can't really see where you start and stop. I found when I do it in one of these spots and I have to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3, sometimes it's not as neat looking. Personal preference. You can do it either way, whatever you're the most comfortable with. It is your project. 2, 3. Okay. I don't do the chain 1 because when this pulls out, I guess I should do the chain 1. Okay, I did the chain 1, trim it, pull your hook out. Got to put a needle in, so I have to set it down because I don't want to pull that loop. Let me put a needle in. This is kind of a small needle, but we'll make it work. All right. So to do this, you go into your loop's right there. You find the center of your loop. There it is. Pull your yarn up. You don't want this loop to be any bigger or smaller than the loop next to it. Go to the top of your chain 3, which is right there. Go through the top of your chain 3. Bring it over. See, when I do that extra chain, it makes it kind of big. So let me take that extra chain off, because I personally don't like it that way. But if you like your chain 1 there, then please go ahead and do your chain 1. Let me get this out first. Take out my chain 1. So that's the last stitch on my last double crochet. Okay, let me thread my needle again. The good thing about this is if you don't like it, before you finish it, you can always pull it out, but you have to pull it out very carefully. Okay, so now go through the loop. Make sure the loop's no bigger than the one next to it. Go into the top of your chain 3. Bring it over. See? It's a lot closer. You go back through your where you started. And let me pull that over. Go back to where you started and then go down inside your double crochet. I see that came down a little bit too low, so I don't care for that. So I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to put it in this one instead, which really isn't the right one, but to me it looks nicer. Now if I'd done a chain 3 instead of a chain 2, I probably could have put it in the top of the chain 3 and got the look I was looking for. But since I did a chain 2, I'm going to have to take it over one more and then finish it. Go back through the loop, through your double crochets, and it gives it a really nice finished look. You can't really see which was your last one and which was your first one. And then you do your standard finish off. You've already gone through to the bottom, so I usually go across and then up the other double crochet. And if it pulls too tight, pull it back out so it's nice and even. Trim it, and then we're going to do the same with the other. Go through the back and up the opposite double crochet. And then trim it. Now when we compare it to a 4 round classic granny square, it's the same size. So now you can actually connect this one to that one because they are the same size. There's no adjustment needed. Thank you for watching. I'll be doing my next video in a couple of days.